Okay.
Why do I do this to myself? I'm gonna just go ahead and get straight into it. This goes back almost 8 years now. On this day, I had my flag football championship game. And you already know. You already know that it was gonna be lit. It was gonna be lit. I already knew I had to do what I had to do. And yeah. So me and my boy Cameron, we pull up to the game. And we already doing a handshake, all that. And we just getting ourselves mentally prepared for the game. I was 7. I was 7 and this is the flag football championship. Do you know how much this meant to me? Yeah. We're walking to the field, stretch, boom, game starts. They start off with the ball, right? And so we get it to them and they start. Now look, we've already played them twice. Our record is 1-1. 1-1. We've already played them twice. So we know what they can do, and we know that their running back is super fast, just like me. I was super fast at the time. We stall them for about 3-4 minutes. We were playing like 6 minute quarters. So we stall them for a while, and they're having trouble getting down the field until their quarterback throws it to the receiver, and the receiver takes off and scores. Now we're in a little bit of trouble because they already scored 6 like a touchdown.
That's Randy Moss, Marshall University. I just scored 6 like a touchdown.
If you know what I'm saying. So they scored 6 like a touchdown.
I just scored 6 like a touchdown.
Like their flight reacts. But they went for an extra point and we ended up stopping them. Now we're in the second quarter. And boom, they get it back to me. I take off. I go score 6 like a touchdown. You already know how it is. So I scored a 6. I scored 6 points, and then we go for that extra point, and boom, we get it. But we went for 2. We went for 2. So now we're up 8-6, right? We're up 8-6, and we keep going. We keep playing, and nobody's gaining any ground. So now it's third quarter. We get the ball first, and you already knew what we had to do. So we get the ball. Cameron throws it to our outside receiver, Aiden. Aiden catches it, number 81. He catches it, takes off, boom. Hits him with a little in and out move, and it goes. But then he gets snagged by that super fast running back, right? But he's playing safety for them. So he made it about 30 yards. Then we do the sneak play that we like to call, I think back then it was called blue or something like that. And basically, the center would snap it to the quarterback, but the quarterback would give it right back to the center. And the center would just take off. Every single time we did it, we always had to tell the ref. But yeah, so we made, 15, 20 yards on that. And I get the ball. I run down the sideline. But I get caught by this little kindergartner. All I hear their parents going, yeah! Good job, Joshua. And I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm like, hey, Dad, can we run that back? And he says, yeah, I got you. We can run that back. I was like, all right, bet. So that's not really what I said, but it's like, that's, you get it. Anyways, so we run it back. This time we go to the other side. I take off and score. And we decide to go for 2 again to try and push the lead further so that they can't even catch up. And we do. We scored by Cameron doing a QB sneak. Dude was cold, and that's facts. And they score off of their receiver. They throw it to the receiver, and the receiver gets it and takes off. Now it's 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left in the game. They give it to their running back. Running back takes off. He makes it past everybody, including me. But out of nowhere, it's like my legs started moving faster. I started running. Dude had like a 10-yard head start on me. I'm running. And I end up catching the dude. I snag his flag. I fall on the ground. I start crying. Why? Tears of joy. That's literally what I said when I was a kid. My dad's son, who was my friend, my dad's friend's son, who was my friend, his name was Eli. And he came over, he said, "Why are you crying?" I said, "Tears of joy." And I got up, and as I was running back, everybody goes, "MVP, MVP, MVP, MVP." And I'm sitting there smiling so big. I'm smiling so big. And boom, we get our trophies. This was our trophy that we got for winning the game. And this trophy was for also, of course, also winning the game, but this was for the team. But since my dad was the head coach, which I forgot to mention, my dad was the head coach, and since he was the head coach, we got to keep the trophy, right? And also because I got MVP and everything, right? So this is my best moment because just of how much it meant to me and the significance of it. I'm gonna put the picture. I'm gonna put up the picture right now. Little did I know this would be the last picture that I ever took with my dad. So we get in the car because that same night we were gonna head down to Belton, and because my grandma was there, so we were heading down to Belton to go see them. So as we're heading down to Belton, about an hour in, we had just gotten McDonald's and everything. About an hour in, my dad starts having trouble breathing, and my mom, she takes over the wheel, pulls us over, and then she dials the number, and then the ambulance are like on their way. So the ambulance ends up going, they're literally going on the right path to us, right? But then they take a left instead of a right towards us. So they go onto this whole other highway, right? And whenever they go on this other highway, they sit there for about 2 minutes, or really like a minute or 30 seconds, right? And they're like, "Oh shoot, this is the wrong one," right? So they all get back in, they head over. And me and all my siblings were just sitting in the back frozen. Like we were frozen, we had no clue what to do. Our mom was just sitting there trying to keep my dad calm. And the ambulance finally shows up about a minute after they realize that they're in the wrong spot. So they get over, they take him out of the car, put him on a stretcher, get him inside the ambulance, right?
Louis.
And once they get him inside the ambulance, he was pronounced dead. At least that's what we were told whenever we got to the hospital. So then we had the whole funeral. I just remember this lady that I'll never forget. I will never forget this lady on that night, whenever they were putting my dad into the ambulance. And then my mom told me to get out of the car, told us to get out of the car. She had a blanket, and she had no clue who we were. She had no clue of anything about our family or anything. She had no clue. And she grabbed her blanket and she wrapped it around all of us. She said, "It's gonna be okay." She said, "It's gonna be okay." And she had no clue who we were. She was driving and she stopped, got out and said, "It's gonna be okay." So I'll never forget that lady. I'll never forget that lady. I can't remember her face, but I remember what she did. She's happy. She has a new husband. And yeah, my stepdad, he's pretty cool. He is really cool. For all the people wondering why why he looks nothing like me, now you know. So I've realized just how strong of a person my mom is. Not only was she doing all of that, she gave birth to 4 kids. And as a single mom, she took care of us. My mom is just a strong person. And I'm thankful. I wouldn't trade her for anyone. But yeah, that wraps it up. It's the best and worst moment that happened in my life, and it all happened on the same day. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smack that like button. If you sneeze during this video, God bless you. Till next time. Bye.
I like this.